Hello everyone, I think this is going to be a lot of fun. Boys, in front of you is a grocery bag with a selection of things we've taken from Kush, our head of foods, home fridge. Do you want to empty it and see what you got?
Have you checked it's all okay for screen first?
Is it legal?
This is the safe stuff, yeah.
Okay.
Here we go. Okay. Instantly don't know what that... Oh, cow choy.
Michael, what is that?
It's a seaweed.
Is that jellyfish?
Oh! That's not got any English writing on it. Passion fruit cocktail, Coach. What were you doing?
He likes to host.
Chinese pork sausage in collagen casing.
Yummy.
Wind-dried sausage.
A chicken glace.
Ah, that stuff's amazing.
What's a chicken glace?
Chicken glacé. It's
It's not a glacé cherry. Chicken glace. It's got no accent.
What's that taste like? Tastes absolutely nothing.
It must be a bay leaf.
Nothing. There's no flavour that at all is there.
Must
This
be
is
a
the
bay
fresh
leaf.
stuff. This is the pungent stuff.
Is it?
These bay leaves, yeah.
Not bay leaves.
Oh damn. What are they?
Curry leaves, it look
They are
like.
curry leaves.
Enoki
they're
mushrooms.
curry
I said
leaves.
they were curry leaves. Halloumi.
So quite an eclectic mix. I think Kush had a few things planned for the weekend.
Was this one of the plans?
After the cocktails, yeah. After the porn star martinis. So boys, last time you quite liked cooking ingredients from each other's fridge. We thought we'd ramp it up by seeing what might be perhaps in a chef's fridge. You're going to work collectively. We're going to give you 30 minutes and we want one nice meal between you. Before that, we'll give you 5 minutes of thinking time.
Okay, so what we seem to have here is a collection of things that we're familiar with, like root veg, leeks, mushrooms, chilies, etc. And then some international style ingredients that well, firstly, I don't know what that is. We don't know what that is.
I feel like we've got to start tasting things.
Yeah. Let's build a dish based on the flavours we have here. Oh, okay. So
Okay.
it's quite like salami.
Okay to eat raw?
Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers.
It's a cured, wind-dried sausage.
What do we think this is? It
That's
looks
come
like...
from under the sea. It's not a jellyfish.
It's got quite a nice texture, isn't it?
It's
It's got the same crunch as
Mm.
jellyfish.
It comes dry, first of all.
It's
And
been
then
rehydrated.
snow fungus.
It's a mushroom.
It's a mushroom.
Mushroom.
It tastes of jellyfish and water.
Chicken glace.
Okay. Cow choy, like quite vegetal.
Oh!
It looks like
Looks like Marmite.
That is like more chickeny than any chicken you've ever tasted.
Wow, oil! That is like chicken and miso.
Oh my goodness, there go my glands.
Yeah.
Wow! It's like the most reduced reduction.
It's not a cheap ingredient, but it is a quality ingredient. It's one of those ones that will last months in the fridge.
The packet says bean curd, which is tofu, isn't it?
Tofu preserved in... Give it to Daddy. Oh, Daddy.
Give it to new daddy.
See, he hasn't used up his daddy powers yet.
It's in chili oil, yeah.
I'm trying a little bit, mate. Wow, it's really soft.
Not the chili oil that I was expecting.
Right, boys, more than enough thinking time. Remember, you have got access to a dry store. There's also a little tray over there with a few condiments on it that were also in Kush's fridge. Your 30 minutes for a collective dish starts now.
Okay. We're going to need to do stuff while still thinking about this.
Yeah.
But basically, we've landed on this is amazing. Let's make a broth. We've got spicy chilies. We've got maybe some lettucey, cabbagey thing. We've got mushrooms. We just want to create an amazing broth and essentially bulk it out.
I want to start making some really nice things to go in the broth, but I know that the broth all depends on the broth tasting amazing. So who's the most confident in building a strong broth base?
Not me.
So I feel like already we might have decided to do something built on something we don't know how to do. I feel confident in doing like an amazing salad, as boring as that sounds, but with a base of this. You can fry this off, we can add flavour to it, but as a bulk. I'd be confident in shredding that, sauteing it off in loads of these flavours released by the sausage and build on top of that.
Okay.
Yep.
But I don't know.
Yeah, stick to what
I'm
you-
really sorry, I don't know.
Okay, right.
Interesting. A fair chunk of planning time, and when they began cooking, they changed the plan.
in a salad dressing,
Yeah.
we know works. Tahini, lemon juice, olive oil
Yes.
to make a nutty sauce for that to go in.
Did you come to our Christmas show?
Could you put some oil in that and just get it preheating?
Yes, chef.
Are you guys happy with what we need to do?
I don't know what you're doing because I've heard broth and now it's changed. What are you doing?
So I think what we're going to do is go for almost like a warm, amazing, flavoursome salad. We're hoping that this is cabbage-like and that we can almost saute it off, but we're going to fry off leeks, some of the wind-dried sausage. Hopefully all of that fat will ease out into the oils, and then we can saute off our cabbage and start building flavours on top of that. We've got some amazing sort of flavours like kimchi. Like, I think we can really start to build excitement, zinginess and depth of flavour once we have a body on the plate. I reckon let's flavour that with the pre-made stuff and use some of that as garnish.
Great. What I was actually going to do was move the, it was the garlic that I was going to put in.
Ah, these.
Yeah.
You've had a third of your time.
Are you ready for some sautéed cabbage,
I am
Spaff?
so good and ready for sautéed cabbage.
Okay, and then maybe a season and a taste and see where
we are.
how much flavour we've
Yeah.
got.
Boys, I think I've stumbled across a delicious sauce.
Okay.
So, this tofu mushes down to nothing. Mixing that with a bit of tahini and I reckon a bit of lemon juice, I think we've got an incredible sauce. Is there spice in here already or not?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's chilli and garlic oil in there.
And then some of the sausage oil has eased out.
Yeah, we will.
If you're enjoying this, there are some small things you can do that make a big difference to us. Like the video. Subscribe if you aren't. Click the notification bell and select all. Thanks.
So let's think texture, because most of that, so you got sausage, chewy, and then the rest is sort of wilted.
Yeah.
There's the flavour. You've got a bite of mushroom. I wonder where I could julienne some carrots, just stick raw carrot.
We want to do the pastry and just fry some off so we can crunch it.
Add a bit of a crunch throughout. Like, can we make like, you mean like pastry croutons?
Yes.
I can't tell whether it's good though. Do you know what I mean?
I think it's like, with the heat of that, it could loosen down into something interesting.
Okay.
Just had a great thought.
What?
I'm going to treat this like phyllo.
Yes.
I'm going to scrunch it.
Scrunch it,
And then-
brush it. Yeah, but we need to bake it.
No.
How
Fry
what?
it.
You're going to fry it?
Yeah.
Off the back of our recent performance, we've basically tried to go too far out of our comfort zones and not remembered what it was we were making in the first place. And this feels like the wrong time to start experimenting. And I point to that phyllo bubbling in oil as an example. Oh no, we've taken a turn!
No, we haven't.
I like the scrunch idea, Jay. I think better in the oven, which you could have preheated and baked off. Pretty simple, and there's a wonderful, simple addition to dishes. Oh, you mean actually mix it through? I thought you meant like a tahini dollop or dressing. We do that quite a lot in packs.
Try that.
Boys, think about how it's all coming together, because at the moment what we're observing is you've fried leeks in oil, you've fried cabbage in oil, you've fried phyllo in oil, you've fried mushrooms in oil, and then you put them all together with an oily dressing.
How do we counter the oil? We've got lemon.
Yeah.
The Barry's used in the mushrooms. You use the lemon. So where else can we use something lemony?
Like I mean, that is oily, isn't it? But
Gotcha.
kimchi's fresh and crunchy and...
Yeah, there's very little oil in kimchi.
It's not?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Go kimchi.
Such unusual things for us to be using.
Going back to our teamwork badge, do we need somebody to take a leadership and make a decision?
We need acidity, don't we?
Yeah.
So do we need, like, have we got like a cream or yogurt, something to cut through? Let's think about this.
Oh, there's watery.
What about like a lemon and cow choy mayo?
Yeah. Are we just adding...
Yeah, but it's going to be zingy. We know that that's a bit floral. It's going to add a lightness to the dish.
Yeah.
You keep talking about the dish. What dish is it going on?
We don't know!
No, find yourself a plate so you know what you're aiming. Is this a bowl? Is this a small plate? Is this a huge sharing thing? Like, what do
I'd
you...
say that this is a couple of plates and it's a mound and a mound and a mound.
How long we got?
4 minutes.
I'm gonna do an omelette.
You can't just
do you mean
decide
you're just
to do an
gonna
omelette.
But suddenly you need something to bring everything together. At the moment, you're gonna have random mounds of cabbage.
You're going to put all of this in an omelette. Well, we're going to make 2 plates. You're going to put all of this in an omelette.
We only need one dish, one meal. What's that taste like, Jay?
This is cow choy. It's quite floral and herby. So going into a mayo with lemon, it's going to add a lightness to whatever else it is that we're making.
The cow choy is part of the pak choy, bok choy family.
Oh, really? It looks like a herb.
It's part of the choy family, but it's also considered a bit like a chive.
Barry's doing the omelette challenge from Saturday Kitchen.
I'm gonna make a really spicy omelette. So the kimchi and the carrots can go into the omelette. So it kind of brings it together a little bit.
90 seconds. More fat. One person's making a mayonnaise, one person's putting butter in a pan.
Made a mayonnaise.
Great. If Barry's omelette's going to go there, this is going to go over the top with the mushrooms.
Gonna go more calzone now, go more calzone. Leave space for the omelette. You can't wait for it because you've got 45 seconds left.
Right, a bed.
A bed.
Put an omelette on top now.
Put an omelette on top. That's got to be a rolled omelette, okay?
It's gonna be rolled, but I'm gonna cut it in
Rolled.
half because it's for 2 people.
Absolutely.
Right, this is a portion for 2.
Can you clear me a bit of space on the board first so I can chop it?
No, I mean, that's all just cabbage and veg. That's easily a portion, that's fine.
That's delicious.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. That looks great.
That's bulk.
Where are those big mushrooms going?
What it is by looking at it alone, quite greasy and quite oily.
Yeah.
But I think you're now about to add more fat in 4 different forms.
Yeah.
Why are they going there?
I don't know.
It's fine, don't worry about it.
We're just
30 seconds.
What
Over there, over there.
Barry, you've done you.
Coming to you. Behind you, chef. Don't worry.
This is just going to add even more.
Crunch.
Okay, mate.
15 seconds. Omelette coming in from behind.
We've got garnish.
Where?
Oh
Just-
my
Oh,
gosh.
okay.
10 seconds.
Garnish.
Bad omelette.
What the hell have we done?
I don't know, but Kush is wincing in the corner with what you've done with his ingredients. 5 seconds.
I like it!
Did you get the chili? Chili.
3.
It doesn't need more chilli.
2,
It's got so much chilli that
1.
it's such the hottest thing ever.
Stop.
It didn't need more chilli.
Oh my word. Baz, you left the hob on.
That's the least of our worries.
Okay, let's clear down the mess and get some sexies of the dish.
Let's hold hand, boys, for salad.
I'm going to be dead honest. It's one of those times I really wish we weren't being filmed.
Why?
I just didn't enjoy that at all. That was really hard.
I couldn't tell.
This was tough.
What I was going to ask was, what do you guys think of it before I give any feedback?
It
I used to
looks
work
as
for a long
sad
time.
as I feel.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It was really, really hard.
I do think too many cooks spoilt what should have been a broth.
I think that is very, very valid.
It does not need 3 people to make 1 plate of food.
It's really hard, isn't it, that? Especially when most of the ingredients you haven't used or you're not confident in using.
And I think there were a couple of times you were saying, is that enough? Is that enough? And there is that challenge, there's 3 of you. Do you know what? If you'd have put a perfect omelette with a little dressed salad and a nice sauce, it would have been a delicious plate of food. Is that enough for 3 of you in half an hour? I think that perhaps is the challenge. Instead, what we've got is something hugely confused, and I'm really not looking forward to eating it for the first time in years,
Yeah.
actually.
Let's try this.
Same.
Yeah, that's the crunchy bit.
The first mouthful wasn't awful, but I don't really have any more.
Depends what you got in your first mouthful, mate.
Okay, true.
I honestly don't think there's anything there that is great. And I think together, it's pretty poor. But I think what's interesting, and where I think you were thrown ingredients you were unfamiliar with, what I'm surprised at is with those unfamiliar ingredients, you forgot the absolute basics, in the sense that you didn't taste anything before it went on a plate. Right at the end, you threw chili on it, which none of you had tasted and didn't know how hot it was. The crispy shards are fine, but they're really, really greasy. No one wants to eat them. They weren't drained afterwards. And when you were thinking about layering up different flavours, the thing you decided to bind it was more fat and tahini, which was more fat. Even the basics were forgotten. I would completely understand it if you'd never worked with Chinese sausage before. That bit's okay.
Yay!
But I'm just confused by it. Kush and I discussed it afterwards while we were getting sexies.
Pardon?
Yeah, I think, that doesn't quite work.
We were surprised that you didn't use half the hacks and flavour bombs that were in Kush's fridge. The miso, the really reduced stock, and all the things that were already there, and you still kind of went from the base up. You did onion and garlic and chilli and fried it all off, and you started from scratch despite the fact there were things in the fridge that were flavour bombs that would get you much closer to a result in half the time.
I think it's the worst video we've made since the first Pass It On.
It might be close.
What's interesting is I would have loved to see all three of you tackle that individually without the distractions of two other normals.
I also think if I was on my own, I would have attempted a broth, knowing that if it failed, it was my fault and my fault alone.
I think the learning to take from this is in Kush's fridge, and I think in many chefs' fridges, there are ingredients that are flavour bombs, and don't shy away from them, lean into them. And I think on many occasions, it was kind of, oh, not that, not that, not that. We'll do what we know, which is our own base. So I think maybe leaning into those flavour bombs and using them the same way we have in Can't Be Arsed with Rules and the same way we have with Sidekick. And beyond that, knowing the plate and the end goal up front before you start cooking and having a plan makes sense. Without a plan, you really can't cook. And if you don't have the capability to do that, download Sidekick, it's free for 7 days.
Well, I'm glad we failed because, you know, we've been getting too good lately and people have been asking, you know, are these guys really chefs? And I think we've definitively answered the question, no.
I would love to see you guys in some real hospitality chefing environments.
I bet you would.
We got this badly wrong. And I think we can all admit that. Smath, anything?
I thought it was great. Obviously, I'm joking. But please, guys, you watched the whole thing. You saw our individual performances. Comment down below. Let us know, what can we learn from this? What can we take from this to make sure
Help us.
this never happens again?
New year, new you.
New year, same us.
Another year.
Another year.